One woman is being protected. Listen to me carefully. One woman is being protected, and she may destroy this revolution, this struggle through this interim government. Listen to the sound of my voice, and tomorrow you may say, you heard it. I told you, if you guys sit still and do nothing, this one woman will destroy this revolution. We have a woman amongst us who leaks information, the discussion that we have in cabinet, out there to everybody.
So my country people them. Now Christopher Anu that, where he be the communication so-called minister for the pastor's internet government, one of the factions them of the so-called ambazonians them where they exist on Facebook. This video it be important for explain for una the division amongst the Ambazonians. This one even a division amongst Ambazonians, even a division just among one of the factions. Now, Chris Anu gets serious problems with Irene Ngwa, one of the other so-called cabinet members. This live broadcast will be done for Amber ABC TV for Facebook. Irene Ngwa it delete the live broadcast while where Chris Anu it be live on air. The cut E off of Facebook while we're EBD live. So he rebroadcast the live broadcast on a different platform. Now I don't listen and watch the live broadcast. I cut the segments the way it be important for people them in the diplomatic community and the members them where they be inside the Cameroon government for understand the rift and the division amongst these people them. When I just understand, for example, Chris Anu himself he go explain for una how dysfunctional they be, and he says good talk today so themselves that they destroy the so-called revolution, and it talks say which way did they do them if themselves they not take care it go be all in vain and the whole thing it go crumble before their own eyes. When I listen,
but ladies and gentlemen, if the interim government, if this interim government is not very careful, we are going to have issues. And the issues come for two reasons. There is one person. I look at me eyeball to eyeball. There is one person. I have said a bad tire. I call it bad cocoa where it enter for pot for fufu. One person. Now the problem is that when you have elected leaders without the capacity, the ability, the ability to be proactive, to take care of situations when they emerge, when they raise their head, it compounds the problem within the system. Ladies and gentlemen, many of you are out there thinking that, oh, Secretary Chris just walked away from the interim government, from a problem that emerged yesterday. The problem did not emerge yesterday. And Secretary Chris did not walk away without an effort to make sure within the House that the problems are resolved. It will surprise you that your interim government has been split for almost a year, and I mean a full year, if not more. And it would surprise you that your interim government cabinet hasn't met, ladies and gentlemen, for over 2 months. Somebody will say, hey, there was a meeting yesterday. Forget about the meeting of yesterday. The meeting of yesterday was meant to see whether this problem could be solved, and yet it did not happen. So when I say dysfunctionality, when a government doesn't meet and sit down, discuss problems, when the Restoration Council doesn't see eye to eye with the executive, when the counties are explaining, lamenting that they have lost touch with leadership, it is a problem. And that problem, ladies and gentlemen, is not between that woman and Secretary Chris. No, I am well able to take care of my department, take care of any infiltrator in my own department. But unfortunately, when I see the whole thing trying to crumble and we sit down and we do nothing, at the end of the day, you will come back and ask some of us, where were you before it happened? Where were you when all this was going on? So ladies and gentlemen, listen to the sound of my voice. These issues in the interim government, they are not about that woman and yours truly. They are not. They are issues that have to do with the functionality and dysfunctionality of the structures that we have in place. It would amaze you, only yesterday, Saturday, why Momo was conducting a drive. Another faction of Momo was conducting an election, ladies and gentlemen. And this has been going on. I mean, the Momo situation in particular has been ongoing for over 2 months. And we have a leadership in the interim government. Now, this is the problem of the leadership in the interim government. We need a leadership that does not wait until people walk away and then they get on television, get on the social media, shut everybody down, take them out of the forums because they are talked about, they are criticized for not being proactive. We need a leader and leadership that is elected to solve problems when they raise their heads. This problem is not a bit about me and that lady. I can handle her in my department. It is about the very existence of the interim government and, of course, the struggle itself. And we have made efforts, ladies and gentlemen, to get this thing handled in-house, resolved in-house, to no avail. You see, one of the problems here is that we are beginning to find ourselves in a situation where we behave like La Republic. The war has been going on for 5 years, and I mean 5 years, because La Republic says Anglophones don't have a problem. Anglophones have been taken care of. We gave them the national dialogue. We gave them regional councils. We gave them houses of chiefs. You know, they go round and round, do window dressing and call it problem solving. No, that is not problem solving. But unfortunately, that is the same kind of attitude that we are beginning to witness in our own government, and we cannot fold our hands and pretend everything looks okay, everything is okay, when we realize, it may bring down the whole house. So, ladies and gentlemen, I raised these issues in cabinet. Many other cabinet members have raised the issues and demanded that it be fixed. The problem in there is that we pretend as if, no, those problems really don't exist. That woman really doesn't exist. That woman isn't really a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not going to give you any details here because, again, the Restoration Council is looking into this. The only reason I have to come to you to say this is because if I have to be live today, I have to tell you why I am away and why all the blackmail. Because I have been blackmailed out there. Some of you have heard that Secretary Chris is compromised. Yes, Secretary Chris is compromised. Secretary Chris had a deal with La Republic of Cameroon when his mother was about coming out of jail, and it is pathetic and unfortunate. This is coming from your leaders. They blackmail me, they slander me, and they say Secretary Chris is away because he did not go for an audit. Ladies and gentlemen, Secretary Chris is away because he didn't want an audit where? When people, instead of solving problems, begin to make the rounds and blackmail people to make them to chicken out, They have something to cover. They have something to hide. And that is what is going on here. But unfortunately, we are getting to the bottom of it, ladies and gentlemen. I have been blackmailed all over the place. Not only me, but some of you, many of you out there. You raise your voices in any forum. You are taken out of the forum. You are shut down out of the forum. You are blackmailed. You are hushed away. That is not how we settle problems. That is à la République, something we are running away from. But listen, we will not sit down and expect the same system that we are running away from continue to grow then within us. This is a revolution. I know many of you will say that, yes, it's a revolution. But listen, if we have a government, we better practice, start learning, start practicing how to run a government. That's the point. If we call it a government, we better practice. We start practicing. One thing you heard out there is Secretary Chris want to overthrow the government. He want to overthrow Dr. Sako. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very comfortable doing what I do. It is the best place I can ever be because I enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen. Forget about that. Another piece of blackmail. Let me ask you, but even if I was interested to become president, tell me the sin that is in it. What is the sin? What is the crime about it? So, ladies and gentlemen, there are issues in the house. There are issues in the house. And the bigger issue is that our leaders, they're living in denial. They are living in denial. But I can assure you, we will get to the bottom of it. We will get to the bottom of it. And this government must operate the way it was meant to operate. And these women, fellow Ambazonians, if it happens tomorrow, don't say I didn't tell you. We have a dangerous cocoyam for inside pot for fufu. If we do nothing, listen to me carefully, if we do nothing, we are doomed to fail. This government, it will be doomed to fail. I just wanted to clarify this so that those of you out there saying, oh, Secretary Chris is this or that, it is not between me and that woman. It is a mess. It is the mess that this woman is bringing in. And the inability of the leader that is put in place to take care of situations, to make as if there is no problem. There is no problem. She is just not a problem. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if there is no problem, we are going to actually uncover what the problem is and we will bring to you. We will bring to you. I don't just come out to call things that do not exist. I call things because I see them. And I am not the only one seeing them. The counties are seeing it and they are talking about it. Cabinet members have seen it and they talked about it. Yes, now I am shut down on ABC. Ladies and gentlemen, I am shut down on ABC. I am shut down on ABC as I'm speaking to you. I guess those of you on satellite can still receive me, but on social media, I am cut off. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is what is going on here. But I want to assure you, these things will be taken care of so that we are not derailed. We would have to fix it to move on as a team. Yes, we would have to fix it to move on as a team, ladies and gentlemen. So that is the short message, the short clarification I wanted you to know. It will amaze you. It will amaze you that that press conference, ladies and gentlemen, was carried out on ABC TV and nobody, the Secretary of Communication was never informed. There are two under-secretaries here at Communications. None of them were informed. They were made to know about the press conference only because their service was needed to produce the press conference. But assuming that Secretary Chris was not here and the two undersecretaries were not here, we have what is called the State House Press Department. State House Press Department. How do you expect how would you imagine somebody leaves a department of her own, spread her legs into another department in which she should have nothing to do about it? Ladies and gentlemen, again, I will not go into the details of this because the Restoration Council is going to look into it. But I have to say this so that you guys out there understand exactly the picture here. And it doesn't only have to do with this. There are accountability issues that will have to be resolved. Just as my trip to Boye was resolved, this one will be resolved. It will be taken care of. And the one woman is at the center of it, ladies and gentlemen. They are out there trying to blackmail me, saying, oh, Secretary Chris ran away from an audit. There was never an audit out there. And ladies and gentlemen, yours truly, I don't handle money. No, I give instructions on how money should be spent. I don't handle money. I don't spend money. People in the department, they know I don't handle money. I don't carry out transactions, ladies and gentlemen. It was blackmail to the first order. Another blackmail this same lady is putting out there is that Secretary Chris demanded $7,000 for a press conference she did for $2,000. Ladies and gentlemen, again, another piece of blackmail. And recall, when people begin to formulate stuff just to blackmail somebody, they have something to hide. And whatever that they are hiding, I can assure you, we will bring it to the table. We will bring it to the table. I won't go into the details of this. Now let me say this. As you find that one woman is being protected, listen to me carefully, one woman is being protected and she may destroy this revolution, this struggle through this interim government. Listen to the sound of my voice and tomorrow you may say, you heard it, I told you. If you guys sit still and do nothing, this one woman will destroy this revolution. We have a woman amongst us who leaks information, the discussion that we have in cabinet, out there to everybody. We have a woman among us who is in every department of the government. Call it the LGA, she is there. The county, she is there. The department, she is there. And she came here and she told you Secretary Chris was on vacation. Ladies and gentlemen, again, as I said from the beginning, I will never be on any vacation.